Magic Hours. I am Zoe Flowers, and let's get into this reading about what is blocking your blessings. This is a timeless reading, even though it is the 2nd of March. We are heading into spring and natural time of rebirth, and for some of us, the actual start of the new year. And so, what is a better way to start the new year than figuring out what could be blocking our blessings? Okay, so if you haven't done a pick a card before, we have 3 decks here. You basically just pick which deck resonates with you the most. You may even find that more than one deck resonates with you, and that is totally fine. Let me take my bracelets off because they are just clink, clink, clinking. And I know y'all will come in the comments and tell me, girl, your bracelets are making too much noise. So anyway, let's go ahead and just take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Pick your deck. And I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so if you picked the Isa rune, you are absolutely positively in the right place. This is pile number 1. I'm just learning the runes, so I'm going to have to read some of these. But basically, Isa has to do with stillness, and it's represented by, it actually means ice. And so what I feel here is that, I feel like there are some things that are actually frozen. There are some parts of you that are actually frozen. That is not technically what the rune represents. The rune really represents stillness and things like that. But for you, what is blocking you? I feel like there are some things that are actually frozen. I feel like there's actually some of your opportunities, and you may even be feeling frozen in time. I was going to say space, which is interesting, but yeah, so there are some things that are frozen up for you, perhaps your assets and things like that that are frozen. Wow, y'all. And look at this. We have Chiron, the wounded healer. What did I say? Did I say frozen? I said frozen in time, right? But I was hearing frozen in space. I think that's what I said. And so, wow. So we have the wounded healer right here, card number 8, and we are in an 8-year numerologically. So again, you are definitely in the right place. So there are some things that, and I do have some, heart chakra cards and some chakra cards in here. It's funny, I said heart chakra because that's what I'm feeling. That there is some freezing around the heart chakra. Okay, there is some healing that needs to be done. Now, pile number 1, you may have done a lot of healing already, but you know there is just always more to do. And that is what I'm feeling like. There could be a little bit of a perhaps you're nervous about actually going into the depths. The thing about Chiron is, they call the wounded healer the primal wound. Usually this wound comes, so it can be an early life wound, right? So it could be like an inner child thing, but it can also be a wounding that you came into this incarnation with. Okay, so we are dealing with some sort of primal wound here that is blocking your blessings in present time. Now again, because it is card number 8 and we are in an 8-year, I do feel like this is a wound that can be addressed this year so that things can thaw out for you and so things can flow the way you want them to flow. Not you having imposter syndrome. First of all, I don't believe in imposter syndrome for certain groups of people, particularly. Okay, so are we back? Yeah, okay. Somebody's calling my name. So yeah, not you being imposter syndrome. So, but this makes perfect sense, right? Because if you're stuck with this Chiron, this primal wounding, I don't know if you experienced bullying as a child or some sort of verbal abuse, so to say, or some attacks on your personhood. What I should have done, I should have included the houses in here. Ugh, silly me. You know what? I can still do that. I can still do it. It's not too late. It's not too late. Let's see what house is being impacted here. Let's see, because if we could see what astrological house is being impacted, we'll be able to pin down what that healing is. Okay, so we've got the 6th house. So the 6th house has to do with daily habits and things that you do every day. So actually, this feels like more of a solution. I'm getting ahead of myself, but I'm going to just go. So if you can start to incorporate things that nourish you, because the sixth house again is about health, it is actually also about healing. Find things that you can do every day to address this imposter syndrome. Okay, so if you want to write and you're afraid of writing because somebody told you that you weren't smart or that you couldn't talk well, join a writer's group. Okay, there are things that you can do. Whoa. So yeah. Yep. What's blocking your blessings? You feel like the world, again, I just feel like this has to do with early messaging, because this can be a really great card. Every tarot card has a positive and a gift and a warning. So, but for you, I feel like, again, this is like the world is on your shoulders, okay? And that has you, again, with the Empress, it feeling like the Empress in reverse. So the Empress is usually nurturing. So this could be a mother wound, okay? This could be an attack. Damn, I almost bought this. Yes, I almost bought a crown like this yesterday. That's so funny that it's showing up here. This could be an attack on your personhood, your femininity. Okay, whether you're masculine, feminine, gender non-conforming, these energies do run in and through all of us. And so again, the world attacking, maybe you have struggled with body positivity, body dysmorphia, again, trying to live up to the world's standards. Yeah. Well, but look at this. Not Faye who's showing up for you. All is not lost, friend. So this is a great card. This is a card of success. And so even though the world is making you feel like a fraud and all of these things, your ancestors got you. Your spirit guides got you. If you don't work with ancestors and spirit guides, start. Okay, because that's going to open the door for you. Okay, look at this. We have guide in reverse here for what's blocking you. So yeah, again, I definitely feel like this is some like inner child stuff. People that were supposed to guide you, teachers, authority figures, that type of situation, just not really pouring into you in the way that you needed to. And so then you're kind of like, again, Empress in reverse. You're kind of out of sorts in a way. And so the daily habits aren't where they need to be because of this early childhood wounding. Y'all, what you need to know is this was a lie. It wasn't anything that you did. You were lied to, okay? And those lies, again, are what's blocking your blessings. Love, offer, agreement, engagement, agreement, wish come true. Y'all, so even though those things happened, even though you have those blocks, it's like once those things are addressed, wish is gonna come true. Now, it could also be, but it wasn't in the reverse, so I hesitate to say this, but maybe for just like a few people here, it could have been a proposal. It could have been a proposal that went wrong. It could have been a partner that lied to you. It could have been a betrayal, and you not being able to get over it is what's blocking you now for a few of you. Seven of Cups. And so again, this again goes back to that feeling about your daily habits with this Seven of Cups. This is about being distracted. Which way do I go? Not really knowing which way to turn. Again, I do feel like some kind of class on organization could help you. Even checking out like a small business association if you're an entrepreneur and you're having a problem getting your business off of the ground. It could just be too many distractions, too much social media, too much hanging out, and really distracting you not only from your purpose but also from your heartbreak. Whatever you're imbibing in, whatever these distractions are, they are distracting you from the healing that needs to be done, and that is a block. And we have the Page of Swords here. And so the Page of Swords, pages are like a very naive energy. They are messages. They are messengers, I should say. And swords has to do with thoughts and ideas and things like that. And so again, this just feels like a block. Oh, did I? And I talked about you being a writer, huh? And here's this letter right here. And here's swords again, has to do with thoughts, ideas, and being able to put those things into the world. And so again, I feel like once you clear up those distractions, you will be able to hear those messages on how to move forward. Holy crap. Okay, so this is my artist pile. Clearly, this is my artist pile. Okay, so you already know creativity is the way out. But like I said, take a class, do something that is affirming, get around some people who affirm you, who love you, who can foster your creativity, and you'll be able to thaw this out. And so I have defend here. Yeah, we know when we've been hurt, when we've been lied to, when we've been betrayed, we feel like we have to be in defense mode. And so you also being in defense mode, that also is like frozen, right? And so this can even like affect our joints and things like that. So yeah, just make sure that your joints, your bodily joints are lubricated. Make sure you're getting enough water. Make sure you're doing enough stretching, because again, constantly being like this in defense mode will tighten up your body and it'll make you frozen. Look at that. We talked about frozen, and look, we got impasse. So you already know. That's that. You already know. You already know, friends. Being stuck in an impasse, being stuck in one place. So I said the heart chakra, but this is the sacral chakra. And again, the sacral chakra does have to do with creativity. And then we have orange here too. Let's see how much orange we got here. She's got some orangey tones, but not a whole ton. And she's got some orangey tones. Certainly Chiron has some orangey tones. So perhaps doing some sacral chakra work over these next, because we have 8 here and it's an 8 year, I want to say over the next 8 months is actually what I'm hearing. Really commit yourself to digging into your creativity, finding yourself a creative community. Maybe on the full moon, the next full moon, doing a releasing ritual to deal with this imposter syndrome. And then let's get a crystal. Let's get a crystal. Crystal will help pile number 1 with this. My God. Okay, everything is falling everywhere, but that's okay because we're going to go with calcite because I love calcite. They actually have orange calcite too, which I have somewhere around here. So maybe grabbing some orange calcite, because calcite will help you to open yourself up. It also will help you with your metaphysical abilities, and it also transforms negative energy for release and renewal, and it also aligns the chakras, friends. And look, we have Venus right here, and Venus is associated with that Empress. This is associated with a Taurus. So yes, friends. Yes, friends. Get yourself some calcite. What else before I get rid of these cards? Oh, an herb. And you could either, I'm hearing bathing with calcite, not putting it in the water because some crystals aren't good in the water. Maybe carrying it around with you. I'm also hearing putting it under your pillow. I'm also hearing journaling before bed. What herb would be helpful for pile number 1? Oh, wow. Look at that. We got echinacea, a very easy herb to find. And so this has to do with destiny in this particular deck, being able to step into your destiny. But echinacea also has to do with memory. And so I feel like healing. No, it doesn't. It has to do with immunity. I'm thinking of the other one. I'm thinking of ginkgo biloba. It has to do with, echinacea has to do with healing the immune system as well. And so let's see, this particular herb is associated with the planet Pluto and Jupiter. Pluto is all about transformation and change. And we have the Ouroboros here. We have the serpent that's eating its own tail. And serpents for me are all about shedding the old skin. so that we can change into something new. And we have Jupiter here, and we know that Jupiter expands. So again, once you are able to transform and shed those old ideas, swords, and stories, swords, that you tell yourself about yourself, you will be able to actually experience the world in a better way. That is all I have for you, pile number one. I hope that it resonated, and I will see you soon. Bye. Okay, so if you picked this rune, which is Awaz, pile number two, this is your pile. So Awaz is the rune of the horse, and this has to do with travel. It has to do with movement, and I am going to read from the book, because there was something interesting here. Because when we think about what's blocking you, Awaz also can talk about not necessarily, wanting to change different parts of your life and actually letting things go. And so it says, the part of us that is stuck in old patterns is the horse. The horse must choose to be willing, even skeptically, in order to make progress. And the part of us that has a vision for healing and change must have a plan to get there. Now, I didn't do this when I first put the decks together. I did this in pile number one, so I'm going to do it here too, because I wanted to see what house, what astrological house this deck was correlated to. And now this is making me think I need to do a video on astrological houses for people who don't know. Okay, so this is the 8th house. So this is one of my favorite houses. I have what's called a stellium in this house. That means I have 3 or more planets in this house. So I have a stellium in the 8th and the 9th house. The 8th house has to do, one of my favorite astrologers, Hogarth, calls this the house of sex, death, and rock and roll, right? This is the house of sex, death, rebirth, other people's money, the occult, the mysterious, the dark things. And so right off the bat, I feel like leaning into this 8th house more, leaning into, especially when this was talking about like, what do you need to move forward? I feel like tapping into your occult knowledge, tapping into, I feel like this is my, I hesitate to use the word shamanic, my occultist pile, my witchy pile, my high priestess pile, my conjure woman pile, my hoodoo practitioner pile. Let's go. Let's see what's blocking this pile. Okay, so we have soul, and this is card number 2. So that's interesting because when we think about numerology, the number 2 has to do with partnerships. And you know what's funny? I kept hearing that's suspicious. So what I feel, pile number 2, is actually what might be blocking you are some of your past and present associations, meaning y'all got some snakes in your camp. Okay, y'all got some people that are jealous of your abilities, and they're blocking your progress. All right. And I say that because the moon in the tarot has to do with illusion. It has to do with delusion. Again, it has to do with things that are secret. And I feel like their work, they're actually knowingly and unknowingly, I'm seeing a chessboard, and I'm seeing people being moved around on the chessboard to actually, I hate to say it, take you off your soul path. Like literally, I hate to say it. I hated to say it because you can't be taken off your soul path, but you have people around you that are actually trying, but you can be detoured. Okay. You can be detoured. And so there are some people that are being used. Yeah, I'm appalled too. Yeah, man, there are just some people that are around you that are just being used by lower vibrational energies. Again, this 8th house energy. Again, I love the 8th house, but it comes with a lot, okay? So it could also be partners. Remember, I said sex. Remember. You know what is so funny? Because before I even started with this pile, I was thinking about one of my favorite YouTubers, Erica De Niro, and she was talking about people mismanaging their vaginas. She didn't use that word, but that's what I feel. I feel like some of us, this might be my, some of us have some partners that we didn't vet properly, and we have some soul ties. And we need to do some cord cutting, okay? I'm doing a 3-day cord cutting right now. I started last night. So, yeah. Cord cuttings are in order, okay? Because, again, the 8th house comes with a lot. Y'all are highly spiritual. I'm also hearing kinetic. Y'all are highly kinetic. Y'all are highly, obviously, empathetic. And you know what? People got their tentacles in you. That's all I got to say. Look at this. Page of Cups in reverse. So here we are with this messenger energy. So again, here we are with this messenger enemy, and damn, I almost said enemy, y'all. That's crazy. And we have the cups here. So it could be you that had cups represents water signs, okay? Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. And here we are in Pisces season. Or it could be somebody that you're dealing with, okay? So when this card is in the upright, it has to do with being idealistic. It has to do with being innocent, okay? When it's in the reverse here, and you can even see, I pulled this card out so you can see what it looks like in the traditional Rider-Waite format. It has to do with being indecisive. You know what? And this fish, right? This fish has to do with surprises, things coming out of nowhere. And so it's like, yeah, again, being appalled, shocking, like your closest compadre. No weapons formed against me shall prosper. I feel like y'all need to start having some affirmations. You need to be doing your spiritual baths. You need to up your spiritual hygiene. All these things need to be done, okay? Just so that you can stay on your path. Because when this is in the reverse, can be a very attention-seeking signature. This can be a very immature and you know what? Jealousy is not one of the things here, but that's what I want to say. All right. So that's where this is just coming from. And damn, I also feel like you could have people in your family that are not happy about your witchy path. They're not happy with your gifts. They're like, they need to come back to the church. They have fallen away, quote unquote. And whether you know it or not, those thoughts, those ideas, they're landing. They're landing. Did I not just say they should come back to the church? So that's what this... Yeah, y'all. Okay, so this means should. And this is a card of debt. And you see how it's all wound up and how I literally was just saying, like, they need to do this, they need to do that. And so what's blocking you? I gotta bring this down a little bit. What's blocking you is other people shoulding on you. And you internalizing those shoulds. And you taking on a debt that is not really yours. I'm legit appalled. Okay, and then we've got the monk nun, but it's in reverse. And so that's going to be, wow. Oh, y'all, did I not just say the church? I can't. I literally cannot. Because I don't look at these cards. I just like shuffle, and whatever comes out, I put them in the pile. So I'm just like as shocked as y'all. So we have shadow attributes, negative judgment of the physical world, excess piety. That's that debt. That's that debt. That is you all taking responsibility for people places, things that do not belong to you. I'm going to say us. Because low-key, I feel like this is my pile. Oh my God, that's what this is. Excess piety. So that could even be, okay, so what I feel like is that this is your perceived karmic debt. Because there is a good chance that you have paid off your karmic debt, but you don't know that. And so you're taking on hecka responsibilities. And you know what? I also feel like love and light, peace, right? Like you feeling like a healer, a witch, a conjure woman has to be like this, right? And you might not be that. And so you're holding yourself back because you don't fit what the world, because remember it says negative judgment of the physical world, because the world has shown us a very limited, skewed idea of what a spiritualist should look like. Should. Right? And we don't look like that. And so it's like, oh, I don't want to do this YouTube channel because I like to curse and I can't curse on my channel. Oh, I can't do it. Oh, I can't, do that. Oh, I can't do that. All these shoulds that you're putting on yourself, right? So there's the shoulds that other people have put on you, but there's also the shoulds that you have internalized. And that's what's blocking you, period. Sometimes I hear your voice. So again, right? The messaging has been so effective. The messaging has been so impactful about all of your duties, all of your debts, all of your responsibilities, right? Remember, 8th house is other people's money. Sex, death, rebirth. It's also associated with the sign of Scorpio, cups. The messaging has been so impactful that people don't even have to say it to you anymore. You're just on autopilot. You hear their voice and they're not even talking anymore. They don't even have to tell you anything because you've just internalized it. I don't know how to let go. Yeah, I don't know how to let you go. So again, I feel like this is the people in your corner that they don't want to see you thrive. They don't want to let you go. They don't want to let you go. They don't want to let you fly. They don't want to let you soar. That horse card also has to do with wings, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Didn't it say that? Didn't it say that? Or was that my magic? Nope, it says it. AWAS is an invitation to examine the things that you may need to change in your life and the things within you that give you wings. They don't want to see you fly, and that's okay. That's okay. Fly anyway. Oh my God. Hateration and holleration in the dancery. My God, today we have the Fool. Yeah, that's it. It's other people's energy, y'all. It's other people's energy, and that energy got you tied up, tied down, twisted up, turned around. So you can't take your leaps of faith. This has to do with taking a leap of faith because you don't trust yourself. And you don't trust yourself. Why? Because of all the things and all the responsibilities that you have to do. Right? So you can't tend to your own stuff. You can't go to your retreats, your spiritual retreats that you want to go to because you got responsibilities, right? You can't, whatever you want to do. You can't open whatever the can'ts are, you need to write those down. And because we're still in Pisces season, I would submerge them in water and watch them disintegrate. You can even buy magic paper that will disintegrate in water that you can flush and it won't harm the our toilet system. Okay, so we got Hawk here. So y'all need to open your eyes. Okay, you need to open your eyes. Right? Hawk medicine is here. This also has to do with seeing things from a higher perspective, right? Having that bird's eye view. And so again, I would say, I mean, listen, we're going to have compassion for the snakes, right? And I also feel like, again, the 8th house has to do with rebirth, the shedding of old skin. So we get it. Like, we know what it is, okay? We know what it is. We know what it's giving. We don't have to be mad at them. We don't have to be mad about it. But we just need to separate ourselves from them, right? We need to significantly reduce our time with these people. All right, just look at things from a higher perspective, find the compassion, and move away from the snakes. Okay. Oh my god, y'all, I can't. And this was in reverse. So again, we already know the rebirth that is due. Destiny will be revealed. Destiny will be revealed. Destiny will be fulfilled. So, for those of you all that are trying to get a new job, or I'm hearing contracts actually, and what Spirit is saying is draw up a contract. So we're going to get into a little bit of law of attraction. Draw up a contract, whatever it is that you're wanting to do. I'm a writer, so if I was writing a book, which I'm not, but let's pretend, I would write up a publishing contract, or not even write up, find one online. Whatever it is, if you're trying to buy a house, look up a buying contract for a house and sign it. Okay? And the person that you're buying it from, quote unquote, or the person that's contracting with you is the universe. All right? So if you're trying to buy a house, the universe is going to be the seller and you're going to be the buyer. Okay, that literally just came to me. So if it sounds a little weird and choppy, it's because it just literally was dropped into my system. All right, so you're going to do that. You're going to sign that contract and you're going to put it, they need to put it somewhere where they will see it every day. And when you see it, because they're saying destiny granted, destiny fulfilled. All right, your rebirth is inevitable. That's the affirmation I'm hearing for the month of March. My rebirth is literally, I don't know what I just said because it just came to me. I can't even repeat it. Okay, so you're going to have to rewind. Okay, so then we have the magpie here with duality. And again, I just feel like this goes back to that hawk energy, that looking at things from a higher perspective and understanding that two things can be true at once. My God, is that a skull? The 8th house is not playing with us. The 8th house is not playing with us, with the death and the rebirth. Because we're always dying and we're always living at the same time. And Spirit is saying, don't be afraid of death. Don't be afraid of death. And don't be afraid of this rebirth. Okay? People can be very close to you and love you and still just be jealous as hell and be, block your blessings. So, but Spirit is saying ultimately nobody can block your blessings. It's when... Okay, who doesn't want this message to finish? Who doesn't want this message to finish? Nobody can block your blessings. It's when we go into agreement with the messaging. It's when we hear people's voices louder than our own. So this is about sovereignty, pile number 2. Wow, this is so long. Holy crap. We've got the dream here in the upright. It will be fulfilled. The dream will come true. All right. Chakras. Sacral chakra. Oh my God, it says guilt. Did we not talk about this? Did we not talk about this? We've talked about this, so I don't need to... Yeah, we know what this is giving, right? We know why we feel guilty. We don't need to go into that. And then we have after all of that, and how are y'all doing? I mean, really, how are y'all feeling right now? This has been a lot. So then we have the crown chakra with balance. Okay? So we got to balance it all out. We got to balance it all out. We got to balance it out. So doing some crown chakra work. Oh, and that could go with that contract from the universe, because the crown chakra does have to do with being able to get the messages, to hear the messages clearly. And then this sacral chakra here, that guilt, is blocking your creativity, because the sacral chakra has to do with creativity. And look at how this person has chains on them. This is fucking wild. Look at how they have chains on them. And then look at how she's drinking over here. So it's like this person is doing everything they can to be good, because on Tuesday they wild out. Right? So you may also, again, have some guilt, right? Like, not guilt. Mistrust is what I'm hearing. That you will mismanage your abundance. So again, nobody can block our blessings. It's when we go into agreement with what people have said. So if you feel like you've got to be goody two-shoes because you're afraid of the shadow of yourself, right? And goody two-shoes is like doing the straight and narrow, doing what everybody tells you and not following your dreams, because you don't feel like you can manage money. You understand? You don't feel like you can manage abundance. You feel like you're going to be wilding out if you actually get what you deserve on a very deep level. And I want to tell you, that's not your voice. That is somebody else's voice. That is a message that was implanted in you a very long time ago. All right? And so here's your sign to nix that energy. All right, pile number 2. This was so long. Oh my God. If you made it this far, drop an apple in the chat. Why not? All right. See you next time. Bye. Okay, so if you were drawn to the Manaz, right? This is your pile number 3. So the house that this reading is going to be associated with is the 9th house. Okay, so the 9th house has to do with education. It has to do with long distance travel. It is associated in modern technology, in modern astrology, with the sign of Sagittarius. Has to do with spirituality. Okay, so whatever this block is, it is in that sort of arena. And Manaz has to do with our place in society. It has to do with humankind. It has to do with understanding that we all have a role in society, and that basically we matter. We deserve to be here. And so I feel like the block is in that arena. Self-worth. Okay. So we have here oh my God. That's crazy. Okay. So so we have a sign of Capricorn here, and it says I use, and yeah, this makes sense, because Capricorn has to do with, putting yourself forward. It has to do with resilience. It has to do with what you're known for in the world. It has to do with achievement. It can also have to do with being capricious, right? So being a little, capricious, tricky, things like that. Has to do, I think I said resilient, and moving forward with your goals. And so this was in reverse. So the blockage is around moving forward in your goals. Now this is what's crazy. First of all, and also we got 2 master numbers here. We got the number 22 and we got the number 33, which is crazy. So 22 in numerology has to do with being a master builder. And 33 has to do with healing and actually feeling blessed. So, and then even here, you see it says faith. And what did we start out this reading by saying? Is the ninth house is where the block is. And so it's not really, as I was thinking first or feeling first, self-worth. That ain't it. It's faith. It's the faith. It's the block is you not having faith that you can build the things that you want to build. But you are the master builder. So I was going to say you might resonate with deck number 2, but I don't think so, because I feel like this is even a higher octave in a different way than pile number 2. What do I mean by that? Pile number 2 is more witchy, this, that. This master builder energy, this Capricorn energy feels like building structures. You know what? It's like you are building the structure. You are putting things in place so that us witches can move in. So we need y'all. We need y'all. You're the container. You're the one that builds the container. You're the set designer. You're the master builder. And so this lack of faith, perhaps on a very deep level that you don't recognize, oh shit, now this makes sense. It's critical for all of us. So low-key, we need y'all to get it together. Humankind needs you to get it together, okay? We need you, okay? We need you to build the structures so that we can move in. All right? Y'all, I'm done. I'm literally finished. I'm literally finished. What does it say? Earth element, stability. So we know Capricorn's an earth sign, right? So this is the block. It's the lack of faith that's blocking you. But I feel like it's also a fear of the responsibility. And with this being in reverse, perhaps you didn't have a strong sense of stability in your teens. Maybe you moved around a lot. Like maybe you came from a military family. And I'm going to say 2 things here. Perhaps you came from a military family where things were so structured that there was no room for the woo-woo. There was no room for this kind of conversation. Or you came from a heavily religious family and there's no room for this conversation. Okay? So there's that, right? Or you just moved around a lot, or there were just a lot of things happening in the home and there wasn't a lot of stability. Okay? And so it's like, I want to build the house. I want to build the things. I want to build the space for people. I want to help humankind. But how do I do it? And whatever you're building, I'm hearing you cannot run from the spiritual parts of yourself. Absolutely not. We started with the 9th house. The 9th house, again, is all about education and spirituality. Perhaps you're running from being a spiritual teacher also. And that's going to block. That's going to lead to a sense of unhappiness. Because at a certain point, if we're going to evolve and live the kinds of lives that we want to live, we do have to step into our physical, it's funny I'm saying physical, into our gifts, okay? And so perhaps, again, what I usually don't read these, but it says sometimes a little confusion allows us the opportunity to explore different ways that we might not have previously considered. So I'm hearing course correction. I'm hearing U-turn. As the people are speeding down the street, I apologize. I'm hearing rest stop. Yeah. So there's just a need to like really look around and really explore what you've been doing and get really real about why things aren't turning out the way you want them to. Y'all, here's the earth sign again. Again, here are the pentacles. Pentacles are associated with earth. Pentacles are about building things that last. You are a master builder. Okay? And again, this is a card of legacy. And in your case, it is not just your legacy, it is for humankind. That is why you're here. Stop fighting it. Stop fighting it, friend. Okay? All right. So we have, I think this is, yeah, this is Iwaz. Yeah, this isn't Iwaz. This is Iwaz. And Iwaz, stretching in all directions, we find new depths of self. Oh, that's right. This is about paradox. That's right. This is all about allowing for deep exploration and expansiveness of the self. Awaz did that before. Awaz embodies the expander as it represents the dynamic forces that both pulls entities away from each other and brings them together. It holds the essence of all things present in one, highlighting the interconnectedness of existence. So the other thing here, because we have Manaz and we have Awaz here, the block is also your belief in the your role in society. It's like, what's my role? What's my role? I have all these things, but I don't know what my role is. Your role is to build. Your role is to build, okay? So we have judge. And so again, judging yourself too harshly is what is also blocking you. It's also blocking you. Stop judging yourself. Okay, stop judging yourself. It says, you did not break me. You're not broken. You're not a broken person, regardless of what happened to you, regardless of what unhappiness you may be feeling or what confusion, lack of clarity that you may be experiencing. Understand that you are very, very, very important, okay, to the furthering of humankind. And that's on period. So we have toxic relationships, and I feel like that goes right with this you didn't break me, right? And I think I talked about that instability in early childhood life. And so just also, I'm hearing the residue of toxic relationships is blocking you, but also you could be involved in a toxic relationship right now that's also blocking you. Don't let this be the devil. Don't let this be the devil. Oh my God. Oh my God. So the devil also is associated with Capricorn. So this is a sign of punishment. It is a sign of masochism. It is a sign of addiction, being tied to things, being bound to things that are harmful. All right. And so, you know what? You could have a person in your life who is, again, extremely toxic. And why they got the people of color for the toxic relationship? Anyway, need to talk to the manager. Yeah, you could have somebody in your life, especially with this I use in reverse. You could have a person with very strong Capricorn placements that is blocking you. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Wow. So, okay. So we have caution here. All right. I would say look at your circle very closely because there's definitely a fox in the hen house. All right. You may need to extract yourself from a situation that is unhealthy because we got you didn't break me, toxic relationship, the devil, and caution. Okay. So this is like a loop. This is a loop. This is a pattern of behavior. So if you have started a new relationship, and this doesn't have to be a love relationship, this could be friendships. Heck, this could even be a family member, let's be honest. And you're just like in this loop, it's time to make a move. All right. And if you need help to do that, you need to find the help to do that. Okay. We got the rabbit and we have fertility in reverse. So this is things not growing. This is things not blossoming. And the things aren't growing. The things aren't blossoming. You might even be having issues with fertility because of all of this. Okay. All right. Because you may not be in the right situation to carry that line on. I'm being cautious with my words. Okay. Damn. But spirit's not. I'm being cautious, but spirit's not. The overarching message here is you have a place. You are a master builder. You have work to do. So that benefits us. So you need to purify your surroundings. You need to get around some better people. Yeah, you need to get around some better people. And I would say doing some crown chakra work. I'm hearing 3-6-9 days. 3-6-9 days doing some clearing, some crown chakra clearing. Okay, so that you can have the clarity that you need to move forward. Crystal. Ooh, what's this? Rainbow obsidian, hope, depth, evolution. Within the darkness, there's always the light, y'all. So, yeah, get yourself some rainbow obsidian. I would say putting that on your crown chakra for sure. And look at this. We got Saturn. Saturn rules Capricorn. Rub that head in this rainbow obsidian. And that's what I have for you, pile number 3. I hope this resonated, and I'll see you soon. Bye.